What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Oval Season 4, Episode 10. Truth Be Told is the title of the episode, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this episode didn't really give me a whole lot, so I don't expect this video to be that long. But before we do go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's discuss The Oval on BET, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode opens with Jason and I forgot old dude's name that's protecting Jason, and that's what's blowing me is the fact that he's protecting him. And Jason just saw on the news that he's supposed to be deceased, and they think that your mama and daddy are behind it, and you know your crazy ass mama. So I don't understand why Jason would do this. So this man, you guys know Jason slipped him a Mickey, and so Jason then stabs the man and steals his truck. I was like, but this boy just jumped off of out the side of the White House. How are his bones and muscles not okay? Tyler Perry's World. I was like, huh? And then I'm thinking to myself, where is he going? This doesn't make sense. Like, you guys know that The Oval at one point was like my favorite show besides next to. The Oval was my favorite when it came on. It was really good when it started, but now it's gradually gone downhill, and I'm just kind of confused as to where we're going, especially with a lot of these storylines. I just don't know where we're going. So Donald called Alan up, right, telling him, you know, what he needs to do. He needs this person to meet with this person to meet with this person, da-da-da-da-da. So he asked Alan, what time are you coming in? And Alan says, well, I'm getting ready to go to work now, right? So there was a knock at Alan's door, and it was Alonzo. So Alonzo was asking Alan where was it. He's like, he was running for his life. And he's like, huh? So then Alonzo tells him, you know what, I think you were right about Ellie. And he's like, what are you talking about? He says, what you said about Ellie, I think you're right. And Alan was like, no, I know what happened to Ellie. She was sleeping with Grip. Grip came after me. He was like, huh? So he's like, yeah, I saw pictures and videos. I was like, videos? How did you see a video? I know you saw a picture. Okay. How did he see a video? I know he saw the pictures, but I don't remember a video. But okay, if that's what happened, that's what happened, right? So Alonzo tells him like it's something strange going on with Hunter. You know, Hunter likes the booger sugar and the women. And he's gotten him some nose candy. I'm really trying to understand where these storylines are, because prior to what happened with the vice president, I kind of could see where we were going, but I kind of thought that you know it would be stretched out. You know, like the stuff with Hunter, Victoria, and Jason. I also, when Tyler wrote that stuff into the script, I was like, okay, I can see what he's doing. He's gonna stretch it out, kind of like how they did on Scandal with Olivia's father. Every time Olivia thought she would get her father, she was so close to getting her father, he would be one step ahead of her. So that's kind of what I thought in this situation, that they would think that they were going to get Hunter, Victoria, and all of the like, right? But in the end, they would be just one or two steps ahead of them. But no, we're in a whole different book at this point. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So Victoria, she is in the residence, and she's playing the grieving mother when we know that Victoria couldn't give a rat's ass about Jason, right? So Priscilla shows him. She was like, bitch, what are you doing here? Her job. She says, what are you up to? Priscilla says, nothing. And so she says, I want my normal breakfast, but I don't want you to fix it. And Priscilla's like, okay, I'll get someone else to make it for you. So then she asked her, how was Sam? I'm so glad even Victoria was like, it wasn't that serious, a gunshot. Because she says, oh, it wasn't that serious. I'm like, a gunshot ain't that serious. But again, let's just keep it real. Everybody that's gotten shot on this show is A-OK. Richard, A-OK. Sam, A-OK. Donald, A-OK. The only person that ain't A-OK after they got shot is Lily. Bobby was A-OK after Lily shot him. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. If they ain't unlived, they're fine, except for Lily. We'll talk about Lily in just a minute too, you guys. So Victoria says that she'll go check on Sam, and she says, and Princess says, I think he would like that. She's like, how do you know? Because he's quite fond of you. She says he me. I was like, oh, that's what we doing. Girl, I would have rang her neck, but it is what it is. So she eventually left, right? So then Hunter comes in, and he once again wants to know what Victoria did to Jason. He wants to know, excuse me, y'all. He wants to know what she did to Jason. He wants to know what she and Donald were talking about. It was just a repetitive scene. He told her he'll find out. Then he asked her, whatever you did to Jason, did you look at him? I was like, well, that's actually a good question, but I'm still stuck on the fact of how in the hell did y'all, okay. Once again, you're in Tyler Perry's world. So next up, you guys, we see Eli and Simone. So you guys know that Eli and Simone, they're getting ready to go over to the White House so that they can apologize to both Hunter and to Victoria. Simone is stalling, procrastinating because she doesn't want to go over there and have a conversation with Victoria. Honestly, I don't blame her. Who would want to have a sit down and have any kind of a dialogue with Victoria? Victoria is the devil in disguise, right? So let's pause here and move forward. Next up, you guys, we move over to not Sam, but Richard and Priscilla's, Richard and Nancy's home, right? So Richard is getting ready for work, and they're talking about Barry once again. So Richard says that he's going to talk to Sam when he gets to work, and Nancy is now worried about Barry. I'm like, okay. Are you worried about Callie? Because girl, y'all ain't mentioned hide nor hair of Callie in quite some time. Poor Callie. Your family don't give a shit about you, baby. So then Richard left, and Dale was there because he's going to pick Sharon up and take Sharon to work, right? So Nancy, asked Dale, was he hungry? He said yes, she fed him, right? Max and Bobby. You guys know that Max and Bobby are, what is his name? Eli's detail, right? So they're talking. They're asking each other, so when we go into the White House today, you going to be cool? Max is asking him, you going to be cool if you see Donald? Bobby says, you're going to be cool if you see Kyle? We all know that god dang on Max ain't going to be cool if he see Kyle. Kyle is like Kyle and Max like Tom and Jerry. They literally are. Tom and Jerry. Now, don't ask me who is Tom and don't ask me who is Jerry, but they both Tom and Jerry. Like, they are chasing each other. Actually, it can go both ways. Max can be Tom 1 minute, and Kyle can be Jerry, vice versa. Like, they could be both of them, to be quite honest with you guys. So Max asked, Bobby, did Lily call him? He says no. And, he tried to feel like he wasn't fazed, but I'm like, nah, bruh, your feelings hurt. He eventually admits that his feelings were hurt. I'm like, thank you for doing that, because we all knew your feelings were hurt by Lily. And it's crazy because they ain't even known each other but a month or so. But okay, let's pause here and move forward. So you guys, next up, we see Lily. So Lily went down to the pharmacy to get some prescription pain medication. And I was like, wait a minute, when did she get some prescription pain medication? When the hell did she go to the doctor? Like, last week she was begging Donald for some help, and he didn't offer her any help. But this week, she got some prescription medication. How'd that happen? I was thoroughly confused about how that happened. Because like I said, last week she didn't have anything. Last week she was in pain. This week, she's still in pain, but she got medication. From who and from where? If this, if Donald didn't want her to go to the hospital because, okay, I'm not even finna go into it. So Kareem gave her the, pulled her prescription, told her how much it was. Her money's in the car. She almost passed out. Kareem gave her the pills. Then he asked her, is she been abused? She's like, you're gonna try to help me? He says, well, I have a group that can help you. She says, your group can't help me. So then we move over to Nancy and Sharon. So Sharon and Nancy are still worried about Barry. So Nancy pulls out her phone and she finds somehow she found the address of, oh, I know how she found the address. She said when they brought the car home, when the insurance company, when the insurance, so, so typically, now this is you can't, the insurance, this is my field. I know this field very well. That's not how it typically works. It's not how it typically, they don't tell you where they picked the car up from. So let's say, because their car got destroyed, right? So in that situation, they're not gonna tow your, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't that car blow up? So what they're gonna do, so when it comes to insurance, when your car is totaled, they're not gonna tow it back to your home. Like not to that timber knock. So like let's say, because what they probably would have done in that episode, what would have happened is someone would have went out, they would have picked the car up, they would have took it to a tow yard, right? So once it's in a tow yard, the insurance company doesn't have any access to it. They will say, you'll call up your insured, tell them that they need to get the car, released to the insurance carrier, so that way they can move it to another facility that costs, so they'll move to a place called Copart or IAA. And it's a lot cheaper than a tow yard having your car. Then they'll send someone out to look at the car and assess the damages. Then they'll send someone out and then they will assess the damages. If the damages exceed the threshold, then they start the process of the total loss. Once it starts the process of total loss, they will tell you how much your car is worth, and then they will give you a settlement. Either you take it or you don't. But they don't, because the cars, they're not, because I mean, when it comes to insurance carriers, you don't really move, you try not to move the car so much. That's one thing that because it costs a lot to move a car. So you're gonna go, so yeah. And even when we move, like let's say, like, we don't tell you where we pick, like if you tell us where the car is, we go pick it up. You tell us where the car is. We don't tell you where your car is. Okay, we finna move on because I caught a little hole in that one. I was like, the insurance told her. No, they didn't. The insurance didn't give you the address of where, because I mean, the insurance company asked you where is your car at. You tell us where, but she pulled up the address. How did I get, okay. She pulled up the address. She asked Sharon, is that the address? Sharon says yes, but she tells her not to go there because it's really bad. Let's pause here and move forward and wrap up this damn episode. Alan made it to work, you guys. So when he got to work, this scene was hella strange, right? So Donald says that, he asked him, is everything okay? He says yes. Then he asked him for a hug, and he gave him a hug. I was like, your boyfriend finna walk in, and lo and behold, Kyle's jealous ass walked in and asked, what is going on? I was like, oh my God. So this is a game of cat and mouse with these two, and I really don't care. But he told Donald that the vice president has arrived. So we see Eli and Simone. They made it to the White House, right? And Eli's asking Simone how she's doing. She says she's okay. Victoria, excuse me, y'all. Victoria wants for them to come up to the residence. That's what happened. Now, when Richard came out there to ask Hunter if he wants something to drink, Hunter was so rude to him. And even Victoria said, "Do you have to be an asshole?" I was like, I guess he does. So Hunter is still pissed off with Eli about what happened. Victoria, she and Simone played fake nice with each other. Eli's telling him he's gonna go on TV, clear this up because he saw the footage, and Hunter was like, "What footage?" He said Langley showed it to him, and he'll tell the world that he now knows the truth. And then we see Nancy, you guys. So Nancy went over to the cult, and she got caught up by the cult, and that is where the episode ended, and that is where I'm ending. You guys, sorry that this episode, like I told you guys, it just didn't give me a whole lot. So leave your comments in the comment section below. If I missed anything, we can discuss it down there in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, you guys, share the video, and until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourself, you guys, be blessed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.